Good morning, students. Hope you have complete your chapter number 17, that is bills of exchange. So today we will start our another chapter, that is chapter number 21, that is rectification of error. So what do you mean by rectification of error? Rectification is error what happen in accountancy because we post entries in Tally, that is a software for holding and accounting. For accounting, we use the software that is Tally, in which we can't delete our entry. If you post an wrong entry in your books or in Tally, you have to make an reverse entry to correct your first entry. You can't cut that because it is you are what you are doing. You are posting these entry through the keypad of that computer in the Tally. But when you post an entry, you can't reverse a entry in the Tally software. For that, what they made that is rectification of error. If you made an error in posting an entry, how to correct it? By many methods we have for correcting the entry. So in this chapter, we will study about the type of error, what type of error we found when we are posting our entries or when we are recording our entries, because it is easy for you to correct your entries on your note paper or your notebook. Just put an cross or post an another entry, but when you post these entry in your accounting software, you can't reverse that entry, you can't delete that entry. So for that, what you have to do, you have to if you deleted, you will delete the all the entries. Now you have to do accounting for all the entries again. So for correction of the entries, we have rectification of error. So how many types of error we found when we post entries or when we record our entries in Tally software, or when we post entries in our books also. In our books also, if we post an entry, you can't, if you found that is incorrect entry, you do not have to cut that entry, you have to make an another entry to correct that entry. So first of all, we will study the types of error that we have in rectification of error. We have two types of error that we do. First is error which affect the trial balance, and second is errors which do not affect the trial balance. Error which affect the trial balance are the single-sided error, and errors which do not affect the trial balance are the error that are the both side error or two side errors. So first we will study about those error which affect the trial balance. Error due to which trial balance does not agree are the errors which affect the trial balance. As we know, in case of trial balance, we have to match the both of the side, debit also and credit also. Till now what we have studied, if our trial balance is matched, is if our trial balance is matched, then our question is right. But in some error, there might be a error in the question and still your trial balance can match. So how to found these error and how to correct these error, we will study in this chapter. So first we will study those types of error which do not which affect the trial balance. So first we will study about the errors those affect the trial balance. First is posting only one aspect of the journal entry in the ledger. Means when we are posting the entry from journal to ledger, like we have need to post the entry of purchase account debit to cash. In this case, we need to open two accounts. First is purchase and second is for cash. Sometime what we do, we posted the entry in purchase account, that to purchase on debit side we will post to cash. But we forgot to post entry on in the account of cash. Then what it will affect in the trial balance, purchase account because is a debit account and cash account is also a debit account. The debit side will fall sold in that case, because debit side will fall, credit side will fall short in that case, because cash is a, because when we purchase something we will pay cash, so it will reduce the balance of cash. But because we forgot to post the entry in the cash account, so it will not reduce the cash balance. So how it will affect, it will make debit side more than the credit side. Posting a journal entry on the wrong side, maybe we are posting a journal entry on wrong side, like we have purchase account to cash, we are going to post to cash on the debit side in the purchase account, but sometime we post on the credit side, so it will affect a trial balance again. Error in casting totaling, maybe sometime we total wrong in the ledger. When we are totaling, maybe we do some mistake, and this will affect the trial balance. Next, we have posting the correct amount in one account and wrong amount in another account. What happened? Like if I purchase goods for 20,000 in cash, so I need to post 20,000 in both of the accounts when I am going to make for purchase and cash. So what happened in purchase account, I posted the amount correctly, that is 20,000. But I did a mistake in cash account and I post only 2,000 instead of 20,000. I forgot to add a zero. So it will affect the trial balance by 18,000. So these type of error, they affect the trial balance. Next is error in balancing an account or error in carrying forward the total of one page to another page. Like in some accounts we have a number of entries, like in cash account we have a large number of entries, so we need to fill up it in on 3 or 4 pages. So sometime what we do, when we are carrying forward our last page total to next page, we did some mistake, like we need to forward 510, and we on next page we write it as 150. So this will be affect the trial balance, because there is a difference of 350 360 rupees in that case. So these types of error which affect the trial balance are known as single side is double sided error. Error in balancing an account, sometimes we have do mistake in balancing of account also, like we put the total on the both side correct, but when we are posting the balance CD, we posted that correct, but on posting of balance BD in next opening month we did it wrong. We are posting 50,000 as 5,000, so this will affect our trial balance. So these are the errors which affect trial balance. Next is to omitting to post the total of subsidiary books in the ledger. Like for ledger account, we have posted all the transaction. Like if we are having a purchase ledger, in purchase ledger we will post for purchase for cash also and purchase for credit also. Whatever we purchased on cash, on credit. Purchase for cash we will take from cash account because we are paying, so there is an outflow of cash. So if we are purchasing in cash, we will take that amount from cash account, and if we are purchasing on credit, that for that we have separate purchase book, that is our subsidiary book. So like we are taking for purchase account and we taken only for cash transaction, we forgot to take from subsidiary book. In that case our purchase account will fall short and it will affect our trial balance. Omitting to write cash book balance in the trial balance, sometimes we forgot to mention the cash balance in the trial balance, so it will affect the trial balance, because cash balance is a debit balance, cash is an asset for us. So if we forgot to post the cash balance in trial balance, then it will affect the trial balance, as it will reduce the debit side and increase, and the credit side will be more than the debit side. So these are the errors which are known as omitting. Omitting means we forgot to post. Omitting to write the balance of the account in the trial balance. Same as cash balance, we forget, maybe we can forget another account also, like we do not posted purchase account balance, purchase return or sales return balance, then it will also affect the trial balance. Writing a balance in the wrong column of the trial balance, maybe like purchase account have a debit balance, but we posted that balance in the credit side of trial balance, because credit trial balance also have two sides, that is debit and credit. Sometimes we do mistakes in posting the amount on wrong side, like we have similar term that is carries inward or carries outward. Both are the expenses for us, so we post both on the debit side. Sometimes we did mistake that we post carries inward on debit side and we post carries outward on credit side, so it will affect the trial balance, because when we are posting the on the wrong side, it will double affect. if the amount is for debit side and we posted it credit side, it will increase the difference by twofold in both of the side. Next is writing a balance in the wrong column. After that, wrong casting or totaling of the trial balance. Maybe sometime we have wrong totaling of trial balance also. When we are totaling the trial balance, maybe we did some mistake in trial balance totaling also, so it will affect trial balance also, because we need to total for both side debit and credit. Sometimes we do mistake in totaling also. After this, we have errors which do not affect the trial balance. These are the errors which do not affect the trial balance. They are settled by themselves. Uh, like if we are purchasing good from Ramesh, we in cash. So we need to post entry purchase account debit to cash, but we posted purchase account debit to Ramesh. So we need to credit cash also, but we credited Ramesh account, so it will not affect the trial balance, because but it affected the account balance. Might be cash balance would be something else then, when we forget that. So it will compensate each other to make the trial balance clear. So in these error, the trial balance is not affected, but there we need to find that errors in their account only. These are the errors which do not affect the agreement of the trial balance. As I told, these are the errors which do not affect the trial balance. They compensate each other. Now we have four types of these type of error. First is error of principle. Then second we have error of commission. Then third we have error of omission. And last we have error of compensating, or maybe compensating error. So first we will discuss about the error of principle. In case of error of principle, when a transaction is recorded not following the accounting principle, it is an error of principle. Such error do not affect the trial balance, as amount are placed on the correct side but in a wrong account. Error of principles. Error of principle means when the accounting terms not followed. Like we have accounting terms that cash has a debit balance always, cash can't be go in negative. So these type of terms, if we forgot to, if we do not allow these terms, or we do not kept that in mind and we put it credit balance of cash, it is not possible to have cash in negative, because cash is the balance whatever we have in our hand. So if we forgot to use any of our principle while posting in entries in the books, so it will not affect our trial balance, but it will affect the separate account for them. A few examples that we have for error of principle, like treating revenue expenses as capital expenses. We have two different type of expenses. First is revenue expenses and second is capital expenses. When we are purchasing a machinery, it is an capital expenses, but on yearly or after some time, if we having a repair for that machinery, that is an revenue expenses, because that is only for continuous expenses, that is not going to increase the capacity of the machinery. That is a regular repair for that machinery. Like same as we have, if we make a building and we have first time painting in that building, that will be the capital expenses for us, because that will add to the cost of the building. But when we have yearly painting for the same building, it will count as revenue expenses, not the capital expenses. Capital expenses are those expenses which we did first time when we are purchasing or purchasing of an asset, or maybe if we are investing in asset, that is also a capital expenses. But if we have the same expenses on after 1 or 2 year for that same machinery, we will take that as revenue expenses, not as capital expenses. So example is repair expenses of machinery debited to the machinery account. As we know, repair expenses for machinery will go to the repair account, not to the machinery account. If we have repair expenses for machinery on the purchase of machinery, then it will go to the machinery account, because it is when we are purchasing of that machinery. But if we are having repair after the purchasing of machinery, if we have expense on that machinery, it will go to the expense account or repair account, not to the machinery account. So in this case, we taken revenue expenses as to the capital expenses. So this is the mistake of error of principle, in which we have forgot to the principle of the revenue and capital expenses. Next, treating capital expenses as revenue expenses, maybe sometime it will reverse. Like if we have an overhaul of our machinery, for first time when we are purchasing, we are installing that machinery. So those installation charges we will add in the machinery cost because we are installing that machinery. But sometime we put those installing expenses as the wages and we taken it as the wages. Wages is revenue expenses. So in this case we need to rectify those entries. These are the entry in which we forgot to use our principles. Next we have error of omission. This is the simplest error, that is you forgot to post the entry in your books. So for error of omission we have two types of error. First is partial omission and second is fully omission. What is error of omission? A transaction is completely or partially omitted from recording in the book of account is categorized as an error of omission. So first we will talk about partial omission. Partial omission, error of omission in which less amount posted or forget to post in any of account. Like when we have posting in the balance of an account, we forgot to post any of one account. Like we are posting purchase to cash, we need to post in both account. We posted only purchase account, forgot to post in cash account. So this is the type of error of omission in which we posted in one account but forgot to post in another account. Another example is omission in carrying forward of total from one to another page. Now maybe we sometime forgot to forward our balance from the last page. Like if we have cash account balance on 5 page and we need to total for first page, then we put it on second page and retotal all the total. Sometime we started from directly from second, we forgot to carry forward the last page total. So this is also error of partial omission. Next is error of complete omission. It is arise when transaction is not at all recorded in the books of accountancy. A transaction recorded in journal is not posted into the ledger. Maybe we do not post the entry, we forgot completely. Like we have some purchase of car entry, car account debit to cash, but we forgot to mention that entry in our ledger account. So it is the complete omission. We did not posted a single entry. Sometimes we forgot to even record, like we purchased goods on credit and we forgot to record entry for this one. This will also count as error of omission. But these are the error, those are fully omission, not partial omission, because we forgot to mention these entries from our books. Next is error of commission. After the error of principal, error of commission is the main focus on maybe main type of the error that we found in accounting, because error of commission is easy. So we will get only a few question on that, but error of commission and principal are the main error that we have in accountancy. Error of commission are those errors which arise due to the wrong recording, wrong posting, wrong carry forward, wrong casting of subsidiary book, or wrong balancing. So these in this error of commission, we have a number of type, that is error in recording, error in casting, error in carry forwarding from one page to another page, or error in posting. So recording error are those error which we found in recording the book in the books of journal entry. When we record entry in journal, we will term it as recording. When we are posting it into the ledger account, we will call it posting. When we record journal entry in ledger, what we called it as posting. The another term is carry forward when we make a total on last page and we need to carry forward it on next page. Maybe carry forward is about ledger account also. When we are forwarding carry forward balance to balance down on next page, we can have any error in that also. So first we will take an example of recording. Error of recording, that goods of 5,000 purchased on credit recorded in purchase book as 50,000. This is the recording error that we do in the books of journal. So we need to record the purchase entry of the amount 5,000. We recorded it in 50,000. So this is the error of recording. Next we have error of casting. In case of casting, when purchase book is totaled as 10,000 instead of 1 lakh. When we are totaling the purchase book, the total is 1 lakh, but we totaled it as 10,000. So this is the error of costing that we have in error of commission. Next is carry forward that I told. Total of purchase book is carry forward 10,000 instead of 1,000. In this case, when we are totaling the cash, when we are totaling the purchase book balance, we total it as 1,000. But when we put that on the next page, we posted it as 10,000. So this is the carry forward error. On the moving from one page to another page, we increase the balance by 9,000. So it will make a difference of 9,000. So these are the error those we found in the carry forward of our balance. Next is posting. Posting, as I told, when we post journal entry into the ledger account, that we called posting of entry. Posting total of sale book in purchase account instead of sale account. Posting we do if we are posting any total in sale account. When we are posting in sale account, what we did, the sales book balance is for credit sale and purchase sales account, in which we record cash sale also and credit sale also. So what we did, instead of posting sales book balance in sales account, we posted that sales book balance into the purchase account. So this is the error of posting. In that error, purchase account balance will increase, sale account balance will decrease. So we need to find out how to correct these entries, how to correct these error. These are the types of error that we are studying. Now, further we will try to rectify these error. Now the fourth type, that is compensating error. Compensating error are those errors in which effect of one is nullified by the effect of another error. Like as I told, maybe we have some types of error which affect one account, but we made another error for the same thing, and it will settled our first error. So these are the compensating error. We will have an example for that. Like some account was debited 100 instead of 1,000. Now what we did, we need to debit the sum account by 100, but we debited for 1,000 rupees. So there is an increase in debit balance for trial balance, that is 1,000 or 900. While RAM account was debited 1,000 instead of 100, जबकि राम के अकाउंट को हमें 1,000 से डेबिट करना था, हमने कितने से कर दिया, 100 रुपए से. सो इन बोथ द केसेस देयर इज अ डिफरेंस ऑफ 900. इट विल कंपनसेट ईच अदर. For one we need to debit only 100, we debited 1,000, and for another person we need to debit 1,000, we debited only 100 rupees. So it will compensate both the errors, and it will nullify the effect of these error on the trial balance. So these are the types of error that we are going to study in our chapter number 21.